Okay, first of all, thanks for tuning in for the review, and I hope I'll work the problems that you need. I'm going to start with number 2, recognizing that it's a circle because A is 1, which is the number in front of x squared, and B is 1, which is the number in front of y squared. So I know that it's a circle, okay? So that's to identify the conic part. So now let's combine. I've got x squared plus 22x plus y squared minus 4y, and I'm going to move the 67 over, so equals negative 67. Okay, now I'm going to complete the square. Half of 22 is 11, so we're going to square the 11 to give you 121. If you add 121 to this side, you add 121 to the other side. Now move to the y's. Half of a negative 4 is 2, so 2 squared is plus 4. So if you add 4 to this side, you have to add 4 to this side. So these numbers are going to have to be combined. Now on this side, I'm going to complete the square. So in other words, I'm going to factor this, right? And I'm going to get half of 22. So x plus 11 squared. In other words, if I FOILed this out, I would get x squared plus 22x plus 121. Now on this side, be careful, there's a minus here. So this becomes y minus 2 squared equals, and when you combine all these together, okay, you get 58, right? And there is your circle. Okay, now I'm also going to do problem number 4, right? On number 4, if you'll notice, A is 6 and B is negative 7. Okay, by knowing that, then automatically I know that one's positive, one's negative, so it's a hyperbola. So that's the conic that it is, all right? And so we're going to group since y's are leading, I'm just going to group the y's first. And right now I'm going to notice that I can factor a 6 out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 6, and then I get y squared. Now be careful. Negative 36 divided by 6 would be negative 6y. Okay, then I'm going to combine the x's. I'm going to notice that I can take out a negative 7. So negative 7, and here's the part kids missed on the quiz. So this becomes x squared, but if you take 70 and divide by negative 7, you get negative 10x, and then move the 79 over. Okay, now we're going to finish. Half of 6 is 3, 3 squared is 9, so plus 9. But really it's a 6 times 9, which is 54. So since I'm adding 54 to this side, I'm going to add 54 to this side. Half of negative 10 is 5, negative 5 squared is plus 25. I've got a plus 25 times negative 7, which gives me a negative 175. So you have negative 175 on this side. To keep it balanced, I'm going to do negative 175 on this side. These are going to need to be combined. Okay? Over here, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I've got 6 times half of negative 6 would be y minus 3 squared minus 7. This becomes x minus 5 squared equals, in your calculator, when you combine these together, you should get negative 42. Okay, it's a hyperbola. I need it to equal 1, so I'm going to divide everything by negative 42 now. Okay, which is going to mess things up here. A positive divided by a negative means that this value is negative. A positive divided by a positive, a negative divided by a negative means the x value becomes positive. In a hyperbola, whichever one is negative has to go second, right? So in other words, this now becomes in front. So this becomes x minus 5 squared, and 7 over 42 is 1/6. So you end up with a 6 in the bottom. Now this is the minus. Kids asked me earlier about distributing. No, it just means I want a minus here, then I'm going to write this down. This becomes y minus 3 squared over 7 when you reduce it, equals 1. Okay? All right, now, let's turn the page, and let's look at number 6, okay? It asks us to identify this. Well, first of all, it's got an x equals. Okay, so let's clean it up and move the 3 over. So I'm going to have x equals negative 2 times y plus 4 squared and add 3 to this side. Right? Because it's an x equals, that means it's left and right. Its major axis is x. So left and right, it's a is a negative 2, so it's going to open left. your vertex, you got to be very careful here. This is with the y. So my x value comes from here, 3, -4. You do the opposite of the one that's in the parentheses. Remember, A is what's in front right here, so this is -2. And P, if you're going to draw a picture, P, remember, is the distance from the vertex to the foci. So in other words, if I'm trying to get to the focus, I'm going to add or subtract P, okay, from the vertex. So P, my formula for P, remember, is that P equals 1/4 times whatever A is. So in this case, A is -2. So P equals 1/4 times -2. So P is 1/8 negative. Okay, my axis is symmetry and my focus, let's graph all that. So 3, -4. So here's my vertex. I'm going to open left. And to get to my focus, I'm going to slide left 1/8. So if I was here, I'm going to go left 1/8. So if I'm sliding left, okay, which one is that effect of this ordered pair here? It means my x value is going to change. So in your calculator, you're going to do 3 minus 1/8. And then the 4 stays the same. Okay, you're affecting x. So you're going to do 3 minus 1/8. That's going to give you 23/8. So you have 23/8, 4. Now your axis of symmetry, don't forget to draw that into your graph. Okay, it crosses the y-axis. It should be -4, I'm sorry. It crosses the y-axis at -4, so y equals -4. All right, now, the next one I'm going to do is number 7. It is a hyperbola. It has a negative in the middle. That's how I know that. In a hyperbola, the major is whatever leads. So this is a squared and this is b squared. Watch the center because it's backwards. The center is 3, -5. A is positive and -2. B is positive and -6. Remember, C is found with the formula. Since it's a minus, the formula we use is a squared plus b squared. It's the opposite. So that means I want 4 plus 36, so c squared is 40. So c is the square root of 40, which can be reduced, okay? So you have to actually find the largest perfect square and reduce it. So this becomes 2 root 10. Now guys, on the foci, remember foci is plus and minus c from the center, and your vertices are plus and minus a, if that helps you. So if I'm going to graph this for a second, 3, -5, here is my center. And I like to look at this picture to the side. On the y-axis, I'm going to go 2. On the x-axis, I'm going to go 6. Okay, and that kind of makes me a little box, which helps me with my slope. Your slope, then here. Okay, and now I've got to decide where's my parabola going to be. Well, let's look. The major axis is y. So the parabola is going to open up on the y-axis. Okay? So my vertices, I was in the center and I went up 2 and down 2. Okay, that affects y. So I'm going to have 3, and I did have -5. So -5 plus 2 is -3. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote that on the foci. On the vertices. Okay, I'm at 3. And I went -5 up 2, which is -3, and then -5 down 2, which is -7. Okay, so now we have to find the foci. All right, in order to find the foci, you're going to slide a little farther on the major axis. So we've already slid A units. In other words, you were here and you went up 2 and down 2. But to get all the way to the foci, you have to slide C, which is 2 root 10. So you're going to slide up 2 root 10 and down 2 root 10. Remember, that affects the y. So the x value stays the same, 3 and 3. And then if you're here at -5, you're going to go -5 plus 2 root 10, and negative 5 minus 2 root 10. So those are your two values. The last thing is the slope, which is y over x. Okay, and if you looked here, this time this is the y value, this is the x value. So 2 over 6 or 1/3. Okay, watch part 2 and I'll continue the video.